No, drunk driver!
No drunk drivers. Say it ain't so, Joe. Say it ain't so. Come on, Joe. Y'all probably wonder what I'm talking about. Roll the footage.
You only arrest for the purpose of dealing with a felony that's committed, and I don't count drunk driving as a felony.
Okay, one more time.
You only arrest for the purpose of dealing with a felony that's committed, and I don't count drunk driving as a felony.
All right, one more time.
You only arrest for the purpose of dealing with a felony that's committed, and I don't count drunk driving as a felony.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Thank you, comrade, for sending me the footage. Thank you for your diligent work. Now it's time for me to go in. Now, is this person, Joe Biden, the reason why drunk driving is the way it is and the laws, they're lax and all this good stuff? No, I am not blaming him for this. But what I will say is that mindset right there. So I'm glad we have that on record. I'm glad we have it on record because now we have a starting point. That starting point. Now, what would make someone say that? His rebuttal would probably be it was taken out of context because it seems like he was at some type of convention talking about immigration. But nonetheless, he uttered those words. He uttered those words. Now, my goal is not to attack DWIs. The thing is, DWIs is kind of like a precursor to what I'm trying to prevent is deaths related to alcohol related deaths, right? And if we have politicians with that mindset of not taking it serious, he was very adamant in stating what he was stating. And I'm sure he's not the only one. The reason why I'm sure he's not the only one, because currently there really is no law to combat what I am trying to implement. There's no laws. So he's not the only one. That's why I'm not using him as a scapegoat. But he's on record. And I'm sure there's many more on record, but hey, it is what it is. We got him. This is what we're about to address. But it's that mindset. So what would make someone to have that type of mindset? One of the things that I can think of is these people are treating alcohol-related deaths as a type of kids will be kids. Kids will be kids. So you're telling me kids will be kids, and because kids will be kids, people should be killed. This is not a partying thing. This is not they didn't mean it. They were talking about death, end of life, extinct, expired, gone, forever. And this is supposed to be labeled or categorized as a kids will be kids. This is how they're talking about it. This is, they haven't said this, but just by how they treat these type of crimes and the punishments, the leniency that's been given time after time after time again, I have left with no other choice but to think that until people begin to start taking these crimes more serious. Crimes. And crime is also an understatement because we're talking about deaths. We're talking about deaths, loss of life. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about partying and damaged equipment or minor injuries, whatever that is. We're talking about deaths, right? Yet, we have politicians, they want to go easy on the DWIs. So, of course, if they're going to go easy on DWIs, they're not going to go hard on alcohol-related deaths. And that needs to change. It needs to change. We need more people to get behind the movement. That's why I'm here. I'm going to do what I can do, but I'm only one man. But at the same time, I'm going to do what I can do. A lot of things have changed because of one man. And I'm sure they probably had the same DNA, that stubbornness, that hey, I'm gonna get it done at all costs. If that's what it takes, then yeah, I'm your guy. I am that crazy to do it dolo. People don't understand. I'm still here. I'm still rocking. I'm still doing what I'm doing. I'm still moving forward with the movement. And I'm only getting better and better, right? But I'm glad I have that on footage. I have it on file. That file is only going to get longer. It's going to get more and more. People are going to start sending more stuff in and more stuff in. And I'm going to continue to comment more and more and more. Eventually, something will stick. And they will have to answer. That's what I want to be. You see how they were on that podium, that stage? Yeah, that's what I want right there. I want to look one of these politicians in the eye, or it can be a judge, because they're the ones who administered the punishment. Either or, don't matter. I'm not picky. I want them to look me in the eye. In the eye. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. In the eye. And we have that conversation. And let's see how that conversation goes. I'll go up there with no preparation, it don't matter. Off the dome, off the cuff. Same way I do these videos. No notes. Straight off the dome. That's what I want. That's what I'm going to get too. It's going to be a lovely day. It's going to be a lovely day. But yeah. I'm glad I had it on footage. Appreciate you, comrades. I don't want to go too long because I just want y'all to keep looking at that footage of how he's talking, how he's adamant about stating what he's stating. And I guess with that, it's just, everything has a starting point. So now we see where our starting point is. We see where the starting point. That's cool. Every journey has a starting point, but also every journey has an end. Now I see the starting point, that much more closer to the end, because now I know where to begin. Right. All right. Yeah. Till next time. Peace.